What's up guys, Hunter Friends here, back at it again with another video, and in this video guys, we're going to be discussing the 2025 Megaton reveals by Konami. And of course, before we get started, let me know what you guys think down below, and what do you want to see. Plus, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on for more videos. But alright, let's get started with this one, and this is a tracker to keep track of all the reveals coming out. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the ultra rares and then go up in rarity. So right off the bat, we have DPE, and honestly, I'm not excited for the reprint, but I'm excited for what it means. I feel like they put this in here randomly, but to tell us, hey, we're trying to bring it back into the format, some shape or form, and I kind of like that idea. It's been a minute since we've actually seen DPE, and it still, gets play in the OCG, so I think they are going to bring it back in some form or fashion, like I said. So looking forward to that, because I played it with my dinos back in the day with Verde Anaconda, even without it. That's how much I like the card. Always pop a baby and just go off, right? Next we have Vitos, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction, and this card is good because it has been getting a little expensive recently, hitting 15-20 bucks, so it's nice to see a reprint here, a nice fresh reprint. Then we have, of course, the Future Silence. So this card, used for the Shining Sarcophagus deck, is good, and it just means that more, Shining Sarcophagus cards are going to get reprinted here, which is good because it has been seeing a lot of different variants in the OCG. So that's a great sign right off the bat. Moving on to the Prismatic Secret Rares here, we do have Silhouette Rabbit. And actually, I will say last thing, like this is a Secret Rare and now it's an Ultra, so we're going to try to, also balance that out. So Silhouette Rabbit, right? A Prismatic Secret Rare doesn't really get a rarity bump because it already was a Secret Rare at Ulti. Now it's just kind of getting that same bump. And same thing with the Rudris. Now remember though that Silhouette Rabbit itself was easily a $20 to $25 secret rare by itself. Then we got the ulti, and then the secret went down, the ulti went up, and then if you check more of the last few weeks, it actually is pretty much about the same price, strangely enough. So getting another reprint of this is just going to bring the prices down, and I would suggest you guys get the ulti if you guys do want to go that route. But next up we do have the Rudris, like I said, and it is finally the first reprint because this card was getting expensive again. And you could say really are people just playing Yubel, but there might be other decks that are cooking in the background, so you don't know. And again, it's a great XYZ monster to have. It's just perfect text for a monster, a boss monster, of course. And then we do have the Lightsworn Dragonling, which also was getting expensive too. I guess people might play some more Lightsworn now, which is good, but hey, I'm all for it. Then we do have, which is great, we have White Forest Els. I'm gonna say Els. I don't know why I can never say this name, Els. But yes, it's great to see this card here because that means we're getting more White Forest stuff, because we have gotten a lot of the newer support, but now it's great to see these fresh reprints. Because remember, Infinite Forbidden was a set that actually didn't really get reprinted, so it's great to see this here. Cards were getting expensive. Next up, we do have Fiendsmith Tract. Finally, first of all, getting that rarity bump, but also finally getting that reprint, right? Because months ago we had that ban list and Fiendsmith was like, great, Fiendsmith. Yeah, a lot of people did not get Tracked originally, and they became like an $80 card. So it's great to finally see that reprint, but it did take them a minute to do that, right? Next up, we do have Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Again, going from secret to secret, nothing crazy, but again, a nice card to also just get in here. Iron Thunder was getting expensive, so it's great to see a reprint of this. Moving on, we have, of course, Dominus Purge, which is great to see next to Dominus Impulse, right? So personally, really excited to see these two. I think that, when it comes to buying meta cards that we have talked about before on the channel, you can't really, I guess, not get mad, but don't expect the prices to stay how they are. If you bought Impulses at like 60 and now they go down, I mean, it is what it is. You needed the card, right? So now at least you have the card. Now, if you wait until the reprint or you sold before, good for you. But, this was definitely anticipation of getting reprinted. This is one of the cards that people really want to see in here, and of course Konami delivered on this one, which is good and rare for them. But I will say that I'm very happy to see these cards in here. Now, moving on to the Starlight Rare section, we have number 90, and I've always said in my Buy Cards Now videos, which you guys have not seen, definitely go ahead and check out, but this is a card that you definitely should just have a one of in your collection. You never know if you're going to use it for a deck, and it's good to see that they finally just went ahead and just reprinted it again. So it's nice to see that. It's a great rank 8 card for sure. Moving on, we do have the Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. It came from a Battles of Legends set, and this is the first reprint if I am correct. So nice to see because it was getting slightly expensive, but not too expensive. Next up, we do have Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon, and it's great to see this card from Rage of the Abyss in here. It's gonna look amazing as a Starlight Rare, and I think it's gonna encourage people to, play more of the deck just because of how nice it's gonna look. Plus, it's a great effect as well. Then next up, we do have the Bestials, which is great because finally Magnamut is no longer a super rare. Then it did get that reprint, but it just was very in the background in terms of getting reprints. And same thing with the Drius Worm, but mostly Magnamut. It's great to finally see this in another rarity. Next up, we have Nightmare Apprentice, which is not a terrible card to get in here. I feel like not many people are playing illusion strategies, but there are future decks there you can combine this with, so it's nice to kind of just see this in here as a prelude to what's going to happen next. I do like the legendary Fire King Ponus, of course, a card that came from a structure deck. I think years ago, Konami finally broke that rule where they would never reprint cards in structure decks. So it's great that we're finally getting this in here. And who knows, maybe for the next Megaton, we'll see reprints for the Blue Eyes cards from the Blue Eyes structure deck, right? Now, I have to say one of the best cards here for a Starlight Rare is the Shining Sarcophagus, because this card was getting expensive, going from like 20 to 30 bucks. So a lot of these cards are going to be affected, of course, now that they are in here. But I will say, guys, my top 5 cards in here so far would be, in no particular order, Shining Sarcophagus, both of the Impulses as 3. I would go ahead and say Tract as well. And then for the final one, I actually would give it to Iron Thunder. It's a very good one too, but just in terms of getting that other reprint, other cards like the Bestial cards, at least you had access to it, but Iron Thunder really only had the 2 printings. I believe it was the Quarter Century Secret Rare, and it was the Secret Rare. So it's nice to see another copy of that. And I'm really excited to see what else is going to get announced, but off the bat, this is a great product to go ahead and purchase. And it's, if you want to go for singles, go for singles. If not, I think us, buying boxes, opening up, it's going to be fun because usually the Megatons are something that's always a fun thing year round. But just going quickly into TCG Player, you can see Impulses and Purges are of course being affected, going down in price all the way. Should you buy this? No, I would just wait for the reprint, right? That's the main goal. Then we do have the Bestial Magnamut, which, 5, not too bad. They were both around the same price anyway. Then we do have the Drius Worm, which was a little higher and it is going down now. But again, just wait for the reprints, right? You're not doing anything right now with it. You have Shining Sarcophagus, the Quarter Century Secret Rare, but you also have the Secret Rare, now it's 16 bucks, when again, it was very, very high previously. So it's nice to see this card go down because this is an important card too in terms of, combine this with future variants later on. And then the Vidus, Yu-Gi-Oh names, I can't. But it was a little expensive, like I said, but luckily, again, it is getting that reprint. And then just a little comparison I wanted to make because, the fact that for this Megaton, we are seeing cards from the structure deck, we are seeing reprints from the main core sets previously, and seeing finally Infinite Forbidden is great. Now, I'm curious, what's the other aspects? Are they going to include 3 cards that they've never made in Yu-Gi-Oh, like they have for previous Megatons, like when we got Nibiru, we got D-Shifter, we got Dark Ruler No More, or like last year, are we going to get different alt arts of cards too? So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this. It's kind of missing that one element, that special element for this, but I think off the bat, definitely a product that you guys should be, look into and see if that's what you want to do. If not, of course, just buy the singles. But so far, I love the reveals. And of course, if you guys, feel differently or you agree with me, let me know down below. But guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts. And of course, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're updated the next time I upload new videos. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one, of course. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.